No, sir. No, sir. In short, everyone has to learn what ethnogenesis is, the beginning of an ethnic group. Okay? Before even having this conversation, you have to learn what ethnogenesis is, and then you have to learn the different types of ethnogenesis. And this is how not only the African and the African diaspora ended up doing what it did, it's the same way for European and the European diaspora. Okay? The beginning of an ethnic group, they have to share a common history. Just like everyone on the continent of Africa and everyone on the continent of Europe are not the same ethnic group. They're not the same. A German isn't French. Zulu isn't Igbo. Just because you live in the same country and are the same color does not mean you are the same ethnic group. Igbo and Zulu are the same race. The physical characteristics, what they look like on the outside, the skin color, correct? They are not the same ethnic group. They have a different what? Descent. They have a different culture. They have a different history. Yeah, they do. Just because they live in the same country doesn't mean, just because they live in the same continent doesn't mean that. Same thing for African Americans. Every single the African continent is full of native indigenous Africans. Full of that's the home, right? Everybody didn't get on the slave ship. Guess what happened to everybody who got on the slave ship? That lineage of people have a different history. The descendants that got on the slave ship has a different history. Something happened that a lot of other people didn't share, right? Watch this. Then they went to all the other they went to different continents, North America and South America, okay? And then they started forming different cultures. They even speak different languages, right? Languages, like I can't speak Haitian Creole, all right? So just because I moved there as an African American, I have a whole history. So I moved there, I'm at a loss. That's culture. Language is culture. Okay? The different things they do. So it's a lot. It's a lot. This didn't just happen. We just didn't move over there and boom, we were this. No. That's what's happening now. These are voluntary migrations and people are moving over and they have their culture that they bring with them, and then they become cross-cultural and they assimilate to what has already been formed over here in the United States of America. Or if they go to Haiti, or if they go to Jamaica to live, or if they go to Brazil to live, they are now entering into what has already been formed over centuries. Okay, so it's not just, oh, they move over here, they're African American. No, when they move over, they're American, they're Nigerian American, they're Haitian American, they're Ghanaian American. That's how it goes. And their lineage history is Igbo, Zulu, or whoever, because as soon as they have children over here, right, and in their first generation, right, they are the first generation of the first generation Nigerian Americans. And that's an ethnic group. If you understand ethnogenesis. This does not mean that all of us didn't have an ancestor that originated on the continent of Africa. Because yes, we did, right? But that doesn't mean we're all in the same ethnic group. The same way it doesn't mean that everybody right now is in the same ethnic group just because they're on the continent of Africa. That makes no sense, right? Somebody in Egypt is not the same as somebody in Ghana. It's not the same as somebody in... No. I don't even care if you stripped all the borders. They still weren't the same. Okay? From language differences to customs to different things they do. Belief systems, totally different. So this is why when someone hops a flight and comes over, they don't land and say, oh, I'm African American. No. Now, if they marry an African American, here's the difference. They marry an African American. They have children. Those children have dual heritage. There are plenty of people in the United States of America with dual heritage. Plenty. And they claim both. And they can. And I claim, hey, you're African American. Cool. Dual heritage. So that's how it goes. Learn ethnogenesis, though.